So we're going to have a look now at My Heart is Like a Singing Bird. It looks a bit like this, hopefully. So grab your copy and we are going to go through it sort of part by part. This is one of those pieces where actually there's a lot of notes where singing it on your own is probably easier than singing it together. But it's particularly the B's and C's and the D, well, each part really, the more that you can really latch onto your own part and hold on to it for as long as possible without getting distracted from other parts, the better really, because once we get together it's going to clash a lot. We're going to actually begin with the B's and C's. I think at the very beginning you all do sing that the whole bit together, and then you break off in bar 14. So B's and C's, we're going to have you up first. I'm just going to sing your part, just so that you know how it goes. My heart is like an apple tree, whose boughs are bent with thick set fruit. When that's all together, that last note that you finish on is going to really clash with everything else, because it's right in the middle of that chord. But if you just remember that actually you've been singing that G that you finish on for quite a long time, at the bottom of the page, that first page. My heart is like an apple tree, whose boughs are bent with thick set fruit. So my advice is to ignore everything else that's going on around you and really sing out that line. The next bit we've got, my heart is like a rainbow shell that paddles in a halcyon sea. That C as well is also going to clash, because it's going to be right in the middle of that chord there. So I'll play it one more time for you and then maybe sing along with me. We've got, my heart is like a rainbow shell that paddles in a halcyon sea. And if you can try that in one breath or stagger breathing when we go with other people, try not to breathe after shell. Let's try it for my heart is like a rainbow shell, just B's and C's. One, and. My heart is like a rainbow shell that paddles in a halcyon sea. Lovely. Let's go back, just B's and C's. We're going to go from bar 14, my heart is like an apple tree. Here we go, after two. One, two. My heart is like an apple tree, whose boughs are bent with thick set fruit. My heart is like a rainbow shell that paddles in a halcyon sea. And then the next bit sort of takes care of itself. Let's have a look at the D's in bar 14, back on page 1. My heart is like an apple tree. It goes something like this. My heart is like an apple tree, whose boughs are bent with thick set fruit. Doesn't really sing itself, but you've usually done quite a good job of it in the past. Good luck. My heart is like an apple tree. After two. One, two. My heart is like an apple tree, whose boughs are bent with thick set fruit. But underneath that chord it should hopefully make sense. My heart is like an apple tree, whose boughs are bent with thick set fruit. Or maybe not. Good luck, you'll be fine. The next section for the D's. My heart is like a rainbow shell that paddles in a halcyon sea. Hopefully the halcyon sea will actually make sense under the chord. Halcyon sea. It should feel natural. Let's go from top of page 2. My heart is like a rainbow shell. 1, 2. My heart is like a rainbow shell that paddles in halcyon sea. Okay? Sopranos, you actually split, I think, at the top of page 2. So when we get to My Heart is Like a Rainbow Shell, I think it's A2s that sing the notes pointing down and A1s with the stems pointing up. So you've got beat A2 singing, my heart is like a rainbow shell that paddles in a halcyon sea. Let's just try that. That's actually the most important line. So the top G is less important. So if some of the A1s want to sing with the A2s, that would probably be a good idea. Let's try it. Top of page 2, My Heart is Like a Rainbow Shell. We've got 1, 2. My heart is like a rainbow shell that paddles in a halcyon sea. And I think it's one of those, which I think we've talked about before, getting rid of the word rainbow actually might help. So you've got, my heart is like a rainbow, so that you're not trying to sing rainbow, because trying to do that right up at that register is quite difficult. I hope that was useful. Sopranos, we haven't actually done the beginning little section. Bottom of page 14, you've got, my heart is like an apple tree whose boughs are bent with thick set fruit, which hopefully will make sense. My advice now is to possibly just pause this recording and then go to the Dropbox track and then sing through, try and sing along with your track. Just break that down. That might be more useful. If you've done that, welcome back. We're going to go on to page 3 now, and we'll start with the altos, D's from Raise Me a Deus. So we've got Raise me a Deus of silk and down, which is quite complicated. Let's just listen to the notes before we're putting the words on. So you've got, okay, so let's try it. Just sing it to ya, I think. 1, 2, and ya, 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 ya. One more time. 1 and go. Ya, 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 ya. I keep forgetting that there's 2 notes actually on Deus. Deus of silk and down. So just note that one. B's and C's, the same section, you've got this. Raise me a Deus of silk and down. So that and silk and down is going to be quite clashy. Of silk and down. Let's just sing that. 1, 2. Of silk and down. I'm sure that was lovely. And you'll probably tell me if it wasn't. Top of page 3, just B's and C's. Let's sing Raise Me a Deus. Here we go. 1 and go. Raise me a Deus of silk and down. Then we go on. Hang it with van purple dyes, carve it in doves. That's wrong actually. Carve it in doves and pomegranates. Let's just sing that, carve it in doves. 1, 2, go. Carve it in doves and pomegranates. Let's do that one more time. 1 and go. Carve it in doves and pomegranates. 2, 3, 1. And peacocks with 100 eyes. So it's making sure you go back up to that B on 100, which you've just sung on doves. Carve it in doves and pomegranates, and peacocks with 100 eyes. So that making sure that 100 is the same note as doves. Let's try not altos, B's and C's from Hang It with Vert and Purple Dyes. 1 and go. Hang it with vert and purple dyes, carve it in doves and pomegranates. 1, 2, 3, 1. And peacocks with 100 eyes. And the next little section is pretty much the same as what we've done before. Just be careful on that 100 note because it is going to clash with that, which I actually find quite beautiful, but I know most people don't.